with an extra special greeting to my newest magical patron, Hannah, whose support lets me do these interviews. I hope everyone's having fun celebrating our 6th anniversary. Did you remember to get your cake? If not, here's another chance while the first music break plays. First up this month is Song for the Death Eaters by Harry and the Potters.
I found a home for me. Wizard Rock, just dive right in, follow their lead. All this music makes me feel complete. Oh, I never knew this was the community waiting for me. 'Cause I was a kid when I heard the songs, not knowing what it was. I will not give this up this time. Fly to Florida for a show to see the rockers I know, and come to see how airplanes fly. Then you down in Winter Park, everybody ready to rock. Conduit to host, rockers and all of our favorite songs. When the bar they lost power, everybody's scared to death. We support it, the show must go on tonight. Well, I found a groove stronger than anyone I know. We share our dreams, they help me know that I'm not alone. I found a fandom where everybody respects the people we love and brings light to the next generation. These Potter kids, they can fall in love, fighting against her hate. Leave the author behind, and we can thrive. Wizard Rock took my hand. I want to be part of a band. I see my future in this life. And now we are dancing in the dark. Jeff said, get up here, Lon. Azkaban is burning on the stage, ready to sing the graveyard song. When Lon said we can't do this, Jeff said that's not the attitude. Wizard Rocker, we are stronger than that. So let's go. Now we are dancing in the dark. My home is Wizard Rock. The show, it must go on. Listening to our favorite songs, and the audience creates the beat. Now I know I have found my people. They're worth it. This show was perfect. I don't deserve this. Rock is perfect tonight.
Harry's been keeping his eye on Draco, as far as I can see, and it's got me thinking about these itchy little feelings happening inside me. Well, I don't even know what you even think about me, but I know for sure that if you give me 5 minutes, I'll leave your body wanting 5 hours more.
That was Harry and the Potters with Song for the Death Eaters, Rock is Perfect from the Bookish Hufflepuff, and The Whomping Willows with There from Ginny to Luna. Song for the Death Eaters was a special request from my dear patron Teresa. And now, it's time to chat with Lee of Weatherby. Welcome to the show, Lee of Weatherby. I have been wanting to do this interview for so long. I'm so excited.
Thank you for having me.
Listeners know I always start with your history with Wizard Rock, because you sort of popped in, gave us a few incredible songs, and then vanished again. What made that happen?
Yeah, so I first got into Wizard Rock. I was probably 13 or 14 years old, and I had just saved up money to get an iPod. And in getting an iPod, I was filling it up with podcasts because that was a new thing for me. I had not realized what a podcast was. And I found MuggleCast, which I got very into for many years because I was into Harry Potter, and it was nice to hear other people talking about Harry Potter. So I actually ended up finding Wizard Rock through the iTunes podcast library because I was looking for other Harry Potter podcasts, found some Wizard Rock, said, what's this? And then started listening, and then it all went from there. So I spent a lot of time as a teen downloading the Wizard Rock podcast episodes and then using Audacity or some other audio tool to like splice up the songs into individual tracks so that I could put them as separate songs on my iPod and listening. So that's how I built up my library, was just hoping that the podcast that I was listening to would play songs that I was interested in. There were some early favorite bands. I loved Oliver Boyd and the Remembralls, MC Creature, Ministry of Magic, Riddle TM. There were a bunch that I was always excited when I saw a song that I had not heard before because I knew I could splice it into my iPod. So that was how I got into it. I got my high school girlfriend. I got into it. I burned her CD of some of my favorite songs. I put little blurbs about what I liked about each song, and it worked out because we're married now. So clearly it did not scare her away too much. I found someone who was into it as well. And then I didn't actually think to make my own Wizard Rock until after college. It was 2018, I think, was the first time I put out a song. And that was the first year after college in my own apartment. I had a little keyboard and I saw the call for the sampler. And I thought, hey, I like writing music just for myself. I've been doing that for a couple of years. I've never really shared anything with anyone. So yeah, I'll try to write a Wizard Rock song. So that's how Baby Famous came out. And then during the pandemic, I think 2020, didn't have anything else to do. So I put out a second one. It was originally just going to be a one-time thing, but I got back into it, and the Yule Ball came from that. So yeah, just diving back into something I had spent a lot of time doing during my teenage years.
We have at least one other Wizard Rock band who were high school sweethearts and bonded over Wizard Rock and are now married. Is your wife musical, considering collabing?
She is not musical. I would love if she wanted to be involved. She's not musical. She's happy to hear my music though.
Well, the good news is Wizard Rock is the perfect, trying ground.
Mm-hmm.
She wants to dabble.
I'll tell her you said so, and then maybe she'll change her mind.
Perfect. That is the reason we have this podcast, so I can have more Wizard Rock.
Yep.
Now, your band name is like a cool, pithy one word. Where did that come from?
I wish I had a great story. I wanted a deep cut from the books. I flipped through some pages. I found Weatherby. I thought, yeah, people will recognize that, and maybe they won't know where it's from, and then they'll remember. So I wanted it to be a deep cut. I also liked the short single word, and that's about all it was.
One of my favorite Wizard Rock songs is "Good to See You, Wallenby" by Quickspell. Mm-hmm. That also riffs off the Weatherby concept.
The whole concept of him not knowing Percy's name is so funny.
So you said Oliver Boyd and the Remembralls were an early favorite. Were there others that really caught you?
Yeah, Oliver Boyd and the Remembralls. I loved the guitar. I loved his vocals. Riddle TM, who I know you have had on your show. absolutely beautiful vocals. MC Creature for the rap, I was very into that. Ministry of Magic was very catchy. Weasel King was another one that popped up a couple times that I really liked. I'd have to go back through my iPod. I think they're still all on my. I don't use my iPod for anything else now, and I think at one point I set it up to literally only contain my Wizard Rock. So I think I still have that upstairs somewhere. So I'll have to go check and blast from the past to see what else is on there.
So their spouse recently modded an old iPod of mine to an open source program called Rhythmbox, because Apple doesn't support iPods anymore, but it's still the perfect way to listen to your Wizard Rock.
Yeah.
And so all of mine is on there as well. So you said you made at least the first song, Baby Famous, with just a keyboard?
I write songs on keyboard because it was my main instrument. I took, I think, 7 or 8 years of piano lessons as a kid and then stopped, I think, in 8th grade. But it's still definitely the instrument I'm most familiar with. So actually, I think I write songs in my head more easily than I do while sitting at a keyboard. And then the way I can translate them to actual airwaves are on a piano. And then sometimes I'll try to pick up a guitar, which I'm not very good at, and try to find something that goes with the piano part. But yeah, piano is definitely my main instrument.
So for both of these, was the process the same? Are you a lyrics first, music first? Were you going through the books looking for inspiration? Did they pop fully formed into your head? What does it look like for you?
They were very different, actually. The Baby Famous, I went into it knowing that I wanted to write a Wizard Rock song, and I always go melody first, actually, because I find the melody to be the most compelling part of a song in general. I like to say that my favorite genre of music is catchy because basically everything that I listen to across genres is catchy. So I don't remember exactly the order in which I came up with everything for that song, but I think it was melody first and then the lyrics. And then from the melody, there was a natural chord progression that I was able to figure out on the piano. The second song was actually the main piano hook was something that I came up with in college, just fooling around in a practice room, and I did not know what to do with it. So it was just sitting there for a couple of years. And then when I decided that I wanted to do a second song, I thought, hey, I have that backlog of one piano hook I don't know what to do with. And then it became more of a path towards writing a song. It was easier to figure out what to do with the song when I knew that I had a goal that I wanted it to be Wizard Rock. And so that one actually was music first, which is pretty rare for me.
Okay, what's the difference?
In the
Melody, music?
yeah, the melody is what you're singing when you listen to the song. When you're singing back the song that you just heard, you're singing the melody. You want that to be catchy and sticking in your head. Whereas the piano hook at the beginning of the Yule Ball is harder to sing. So, of course, it's catchy when you're listening to the song, but I don't know. I find it tougher to put a melody on top of music. I find it easier to write a piano part underneath an established melody. Maybe that's just me. I don't know how other people do it.
Have you studied music theory? Is this. You're saying words that sound very fancy to me.
It sounds, I did a little bit of theory when I was taking piano lessons, and then I took 2 theory classes in college, but not really beyond that. I think in an alternate life, I would have majored in music theory and done something music related because I do really like that stuff. But this is this reality, and I did not end up doing that. But I am interested in the theory part of it. Although it's interesting because a lot of the songs that I write, even not Wizard Rock songs, end up having pretty simple chord progressions because those are the catchiest. There's a reason that everyone uses the same chord progressions because they're very catchy. So even though, yeah, I learned in theory about all these funky chords I can do that sound good next to each other, I don't know how useful that is writing pop adjacent music.
Did you ever meet with other Wizard Rockers? Go to concerts, find folks in your area?
I have not. So I during those mid-teenage years, I was not very involved in internet communities. I was pretty isolated in my listening to Wizard Rock. So I think that if I had gotten into it 5 or 10 years later, I would have been more inclined to seek out other people who also liked it. But no, for me, this is maybe one of the first times I've been talking to somebody else who also listens to and knows about Wizard Rock. So mostly an individual thing for me.
Well, we'll see if we can change that after this interview. See if some folks get in touch. So you've done 2 songs, which means the world of Harry Potter is still open to you creatively. Are there any other subjects or concepts you want to write some music about, or you think would be interesting to explore?
You are right that there is a lot left that I have not dug into. One thing that I was thinking about if I were to write another song, which I do want to do at some point, was that I like the Wizard Rock songs that are not explicitly Wizard Rock, but they have little things in them so that if you know, you know. Both of the songs that I have put out have explicit references to things from the books, and I think it would be more fun to try to write a song that, oh, you realize that this is, Ron to Hermione or Harry to his kid or something, that even though those words do not appear in the lyrics. That would be a fun challenge that I would like to write about. But no, I haven't thought about any other particular points of view or characters that are calling to me yet.
I think Creepy Crisis does a lot of that. The sort of subtle Wizard Rock.
Yeah.
So far, I do think your songs are a little more abstract, and then they're not specific, like a direct speaking to a character or a scene. It's more playing in the space of the world.
Yeah, that seems harder. That's hard. Digging into the mindset of a character seems harder for me, so it made sense that I would want to start with more of a top level view of talking about things that happened. But yeah, so that's why it would be a fun challenge to try to do the opposite.
So who would be the biggest challenge for you? Would it be Jenny or Dumbledore or Firenze the Centaur? Whose head would be the hardest to get into?
That's a good question. I mean, Firenze would be tough. I don't know all that much about him. I'm going to flip this around actually, because I think that some of the more popular characters would be tougher to write from the point of view, just because the people that will be listening to your song already have such an idea of what they are thinking and what they would sound like, that anything that I would write would conflict with somebody else's interpretation of what they should be thinking. So I almost think it would be easier to write about something that, or from the point of view of a character that has not popped up before. I know that's tough because there's a lot of random stuff out there. But if I try to write a song to Ron from Hermione, people are going to be listening to it thinking, that's not what Hermione would say, or that's not what Ron would say. Not that it matters, because obviously it's just how I interpret it, but I think it would be tougher because as I'm writing it, I would be trying to get it right instead of have fun writing what I think they might be thinking.
I do think if you were aiming for a universalizing conceptualization of a character, you would be in for disappointment.
Yeah.
That's what fandom is about, conflicting headcanons.
Yep.
This seems like a good spot for a break. I'm going to do some carpal tunnel stretches while the Galleon guy sings On My Broom Again.
On my broom again, I want to play Quidditch on my broom again. Throwing quaffles, catching snitches with my friends. Want to play Quidditch on my broom again. On my broom again. Flying away from Privet Drive again. The advance guard is taking me back to my friends. I want to see them on my broom again. On my broom again. Let's make sure muggles don't see us in the skyway. With my wizard friends, on our fireboats we'll make sure we go the right way. The right way. On my broom again. Wanna fly around on my broom again. Brave as Gryffindors, I'll fly around with my friends. I wanna fly around on my broom again. On my broom again, let's make sure that muggles don't see us in the skyway. With my wizard friends, on our fireboats we'll make sure we fly the right way. The right way. On my broom again, wanna fly around on my broom again. Brave as Gryffindors, I'll fly around with my friends. I wanna fly around on my broom again. I wanna fly around on my broom again.
You're just a lousy reptile with some horrible looking eyes. And I hate every inch of you even when you're in disguise. It's not just the fact that you hold the Dark Lord inside. No, I think you've understand. 'Cause I hate you 'cause you took the life of the best man ever known. The dark and handsome half-blood prince, the one who we all love. I'm glad I never took that sword and stuck it down your throat. Now you're just an ugly mess and not even Rita Skeeter would wear you like a coat. You're just an ugly snake who should be killed again and again. Everybody hates you, those of us alive anyway. You're just pathetic, horrible, and a worthless kind of thing. And I wanted to be the one who took my revenge on you someday. I hate you 'cause you took the life of the best man ever known. The dark and handsome half-blood prince, the one who we all love. I'm glad that Neville took that sword and stuck it down your throat. And now you're just an ugly mess. Not even Rita Skeeter would wear you like a coat. And I hate you, Nagini. Yes, I hate you, Nagini. I hate you, Nagini. Yes, I hate you, Nagini.
I sit alone in this dungeon. The sun is shining through and mocking me. I can barely keep a happy thought floating in my mind. But when I shut my eyes, I see us standing there. We were young and we were carefree, no ties to anyone. We did whatever the summer breeze told us to. But now we're here. Now we're here, and that's gone now. You're 10 feet away from me, but that might as well be a million miles. I know I can sense you sitting there. I'd give anything to feel your sweet embrace linger on me the way we used to be. We were young and we were carefree, no ties to anyone. We did whatever the summer breeze told us to. But now we're here. Now we're here, and that's gone now. The happiness is being sucked away from me. I feel it getting worse every day. But as long as I hold on that memory of us wandering hand in hand through the summer field, I'll be okay. And we will feel the sun again and walk the way we did, proud to be each other's love. We'll have our summer again.
That was On My Broom Again by the Galleon Guy, Slytherin Sweethearts and I Hate You, Nagini, and Bella and the Death Eaters with Azkaban Lullaby. Let's get back to that conversation with Weatherby. So you haven't met any Wizard Rockers yet, but you've got a register of all your faves, and I think you've kept up a little bit. Who would you love to collaborate with on one of these future songs?
I think somebody with a singing voice. I don't consider myself a singer. I think I'm fine. I can carry a tune, but it's the weakest part, in my own opinion, of my music. So I think I would love to collaborate with somebody that I think has a really good singing voice. I've already mentioned a couple of my favorites. I think Christian from Oliver Boyd has a fantastic voice. Riddle TM has an incredible voice. Butterbeer Experience. Like anybody with top-notch vocals, I think would be a lot of fun to write with. And of course, their songwriting is all great as well. So collaborating on a songwriting level would be a lot of fun too.
It sounds like you're holding yourself to a very high standard for this creation. You need to get down in the dirty trenches of Wizard Rock and just create something ridiculous.
I know, I do. I fall into that trap a lot. I do have high standards for myself, and that's not the point of this community. And I understand that, and I really appreciate that, and I'm trying.
So if you were going to try to take that pressure off, if your wife was like, yes, I'll do it, provided it's fun and easy with, just a nonsense chord and the keyboard, what would be an easy intro for y'all?
Honestly, I would probably start by maybe opening up a random book to a random page and then trying to write something about what happens literally on that page. I'm just coming up with that idea now, but I kind of like that. Maybe I should try that. We're just spinning a random number generator for a page number or something, because then you're going to get, mid scene, and it's not going to make sense in the song, but you can only write about things that happen on that page. So maybe that would be a good way to limit myself in terms of the highest bar that I could potentially reach, which could get me out of my own head.
That does sound incredibly fun because you could get anything. You could get them eating at the Great Hall or just Mrs. Fig yelling at Mundungus Fletcher.
Yeah.
If you were going to do this, what would you call your band with your wife?
Well, Hermione has always been her favorite character. She relates to Hermione, so I feel like we would have to do something with that. Let's see.
We don't currently have a Hermione and the Grangers or a Hermione and the Weasleys. Epilogue. You could be the Grangers or the Weasleys.
Yeah. Hermione and Percy, the duo that you never knew you wanted.
Let me tell you, there's some fics out there.
Yeah, I believe it.
So, as someone who dabbles and struggles with perfection, which I hear so often, what kind of advice do you have for other folks who are, trying to get into it, considering but don't know where to start? What's some good advice?
Don't judge yourself harshly like I do, because the community is very welcoming and they will be excited to listen to your music regardless of how it sounds. I think choosing a topic that is very personally interesting to you is probably the key, because then you're writing it for yourself. And then if other people have the opportunity to listen to it, that's great. But I think writing music for yourself is my favorite thing to do, because you're not trying to impress anybody. And then once you get into the hang of writing music about things you're interested in, maybe you'll get to the point where you do want to share it with other people, and then they'll give you positive feedback because the community is great, and then you will want to continue. And so starting by writing music for yourself about things you enjoy with an open mind, I think can snowball into the Wizard Rock career that you have always dreamed of.
I love that. It's such good advice. And it robs me of my ability to ask for the technical because you gave such perfect advice to begin with. But I might anyway. What's like a really basic, your favorite chords or easiest instrument to learn?
I think piano is the most useful instrument to learn, just because you can see everything laid out in front of you. You know that notes that are farther to the right are going to be higher than notes that are farther to the left, which is not always the case with, definitely not the case with guitar strings, which is something I'm still not super used to. But piano is definitely the easiest to learn. In terms of chords, stick with the 1, 4, 5, 6 and different variations of that. I don't know how much to get into with that now, with the theory stuff now, but playing in the key of C major, if you play all the white keys and ignore the black keys, it's probably going to sound good. So if you know nothing about piano, play on the white keys. It's probably going to sound pretty good.
That's perfect. I love it. Because I know nothing about piano, but I can tell a white key from a black key. And if that's all you need, then I'm good to go. So you said you write music for yourself. What are you working on these days?
I'm not working on anything specific right now. I've written a couple of songs over the years about relationships I'm not part of. I write songs not necessarily from my point of view, but again, I come up with a melody first, and then I fill it with lyrics, and then I see what those lyrics are about, and then I continue filling out the rest of the song from there. I don't tend to make very personal music. One thing I am excited about is that over the holidays, my parents agreed finally, after I've been asking for a while, to move one of the pianos from their house that I grew up in into our house that we have now. So I'm sometime in the next couple of weeks going to get a piano in our house, which I think will get me back into playing piano a lot more. I have the keyboard, which is right next to me here, and it's great. I played Baby Famous and the U-Ball on it a lot, and it's not the same as playing a real piano. So I'm looking forward to having a real piano. I think that will inspire me to write more piano-focused songs, and I don't know, maybe I'll aim for the 2026 sampler. We'll see.
Let's take another break here. I see the Whomping Willows again, this time with This Book Is So Awesome.
is you. All he wanted was everyone's eyes to watch as he held up his prize. You'll never regret being kind when there's limited time. A boy with a beautiful smile who'd stay if you asked him to sit for a while. Yellow in spirit and mind, don't leave him behind. Just one costly mistake to be in the wrong place. A sliver of paper with his handwritten name. What trophy is worth this mountain of pain? To be left to the earth was never a part of the game. And he longed for a dance with a girl whose eyes reflect his golden curls. But she's left with a dip and a twirl and a hole in her world. And he dreamed of a cup in his hand, with his name being chanted from friends in the stands. But sadly a wish is a plan that's just left a chance. Just one costly mistake to be in the wrong place. A sliver of paper with his handwritten name. What trophy is worth this mountain of pain? To be left to the earth was never a part of the game.
That was This Book Is So Awesome, as covered by the Whomping Willows, Tonks in the R's with My Patronus, and Part of the Game by Ella Martine. It's time to return to Weatherby. Thank you so much for talking with me. I'm so excited we made this happen. Where can WZRD listeners find you and your music and any other projects you want them to know about online?
Right now, it's just those two Bandcamp samplers, one song on each. I think it was 2018 and 2020. But I think I can say now, I'll aim for the 2026 sampler as well, just to give myself some direction. I have to break in this new piano after all. So probably just the Bandcamp samplers for now, but I will definitely reach out to you, maybe to tell people if I add other methods of finding stuff or decide to share other music.
If you heard a song today and you thought, I could listen to that again, then go to the transcript at wcrdradiopod.com, follow the link, and buy a copy of your very own. It's the best way to support your favorite musician, and without our Wizard Rockers, we wouldn't be here. If you want discounts on WZRD merch, the inside scoop on everything that's coming up, and bonus gifts and episodes, then you want WZRD Radio's Patreon at patreon.com/WZRD Radiopod. It's just $2 Muggle a month and also supports the Community Rock Fund, where we're raising funds to help Wizard Rockers achieve their musical dreams. If you want to keep up with WZRD between episodes, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at WZRD Radio Pod. If you don't believe in social media, you can also comment on the transcript or email me at wzrdradiopod@gmail.com. And now, magical friends, here's Weatherby.
So this is Baby Famous by Weatherby, and I called it the acoustic version because in my head it is a very upbeat pop punk song. I wasn't necessarily able to recreate that with my own production abilities, but just imagine this song with much heavier guitars and a more whiny, nasally voice, and you'll get what I was going for. So here's Baby Famous.
Could have been different, but he thought that I was the one who had the power to vanquish him, so he wanted me dead. It could have been different. He could have gone for Neville instead, and my life would have been like the mirror of ever said. But no, that would be a different story, and Albus Dumbledore would be alive. I should be out there trying to finish what we started right this minute, but instead I've been locked in a private drive. Now I got 4 left, 2 are behind me, 2 friends, Ron and Hermione, 1 wish that all this would go away. I could have grown up at home, no Dursleys, no worries, but the girls and the classes and other normal things. It's not fair, they all stare, and what I wouldn't give to change it. But Trelawney's prophecy is haunting me, and I'm baby famous. I was an infant, and everyone knew my name before I did. I was the tot herd round the world. I was an infant, and you wouldn't think I'd remember any of that night. It should all be a blur. But no, I remember Mama screaming, and a sudden flash of green, and they were gone. Now I've got one final mission, to defeat my opposition, 'cause Voldemort can't live while I live on. Now I got 4 left, 2 are behind me, 2 friends, Ron and Hermione, 1 wish that all this would go away. I could have grown up at home, no Dursleys, no worries, but the girls and the classes and other normal things. It's not fair, they all stare, and what I wouldn't give to change it. But Trelawney's prophecy is haunting me, and I'm baby famous. I didn't choose to be the chosen one. I didn't choose to be an orphan son. I didn't want the fame. I didn't choose to be the chosen one. I didn't choose to be an orphan son. I didn't want this. I didn't choose to be the chosen one. I didn't choose to be an orphan son. I didn't want the fame. I didn't choose to be the chosen one. I didn't choose to be an orphan son. I didn't want this. I didn't want this. I could have grown up at home, no Dursleys, no worries, but the girls and the classes and other normal things. It's not fair, they all stare, and what I wouldn't give to change it. But Trelawney's prophecy is haunting me. Could have grown up at home, no Dursleys, no worries, but the girls and the classes and other normal things. It's not fair, they all stare, anymore, and what I wouldn't give to change it. But Trelawney's prophecy is haunting me, and I'm baby famous. Ba 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 baby famous.